I don't know if I'm gonna include the first part in the VOD. There'll be lost to time. It'll be easier for me to just upload this first part. Anyway, here's the pre-stream scene. I just started the stream, said a few funny things, and I started dropping frames like crazy, so I shut off my VPN. Oh, look at that. Lighting doesn't create new chunks. Yeah, I've done some work off stream. And this is what we have. I can remove lights and, well, this is kind of bad example. You can place a light. You can see it updates. Right? Very cool. This does not update correctly for some reason. Like if I block off a light, oh, now it seems to do it. Doesn't always work correctly. I know that much. Or is it just fixed now for some magical reason that I'm not aware of? Yeah, let's... Sure. Okay, it just works. We'll take that. No idea why. Or is it the light propagation doesn't go through non-existent chunks? Maybe? Dude, I love coding sometimes. Anyway, yeah. I'll only full screen this. But the plan is player spawns here. You know, first jump, we go here. Fail this jump, go down here. Then we have this. Shenanigans. Here, I start sort of like, you know, getting the shape of this. And I'm just gonna continue building. Oh, actually, there's one thing that I tried to do, which is get this position indicator thing. Currently, it doesn't really render correctly. I should actually make this render on top of everything. So I should disable the depth test. That's how it worked previously. I also need to fix the Z fighting. Let me see in the code real fast. I don't know if I can tell this to... not have the depth test. I guess I need a different pipeline. Let me see. Ah. Yep. I would just need a separate pipeline for this, where the depth testing is disabled. But I'll keep it like it is for now. The main thing is just having anything to show the selection. Just so I'm not completely blind when selecting stuff. So this is fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue building. And I'm gonna just build and build and build until I come across a situation that would need like a new tool or something, you know, to improve. I'm immediately thinking that having a crosshair would be nice, but we'll see about that. Actually, I could do that pretty easily. Right? I can just launch GIMP, make a little cross, and just put it into the center. It's gonna be like... We don't have alpha. There we go. Actually want this to be a bit bigger. Okay, let's just do 8 by 8. Says the guy who's clicking 7. Alright, this is the texture for the crosshair. And export. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Oh, make quad is private function. Oh, I have a thingy thing here. Make color quad. I don't have the texture anywhere. Well, it's 8 by 8. I could put it into the atlas, but that's kind of stinky. Okay, I'm just gonna make 2 color quads and call it a day. I'm actually not gonna even use the texture I just made. Ay, ay, ay. Like, I could do the proper thing and use that texture, but I just want the easiest path, just so I can move on. Hello, Yuri. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I woke up like almost 2 hours before my alarm. It's like 1.5 hours or something like that. And then I did some coding in the morning and played some Minecraft on a beta 1.7.3 server. Good times, good times. What are we doing here? Oof. Do you have something important tomorrow, or is it just for, like, keeping up the sleep schedule? Oh, no, I mean, like, for the supposed to be asleep part. I see. Hmm. Do I have W and H order here? No, I have X and YF. Okay. But have you been working on something recently? Like, programming wise? Oh. Unfortunate. I I'm getting back to my usual sleep, thankfully. It's been kind of interesting for a while, but getting better. Okay, so I should have a magenta crosshair, technically. It should be perfectly centered. Well, yeah, it's a... I don't know why I imagined that this would be a cross instead of a dot. I did tell it to just be a dot. Yeah. Okay, so we have that. So to the first quad. And we are gonna do times hair length here. Then do another. Here. Oh, that's actually slightly incorrect. I also need to do this here. I feel so fucking... it's like such a small thing. Oh, this is in the wrong position. I feel like so fucking cool just navigating text on the keyboard. It's like such a normal thing, but this feels good to do. Let's see. What? Wiping your code knowledge? What do you mean? Why can't you have both drawing and coding? Why do you have the trade? Oh, look at that. That's the ugliest thing ever. God damn. Think. Something like this, maybe? Yeah, learning to draw though. That's something that I wish I knew how to do, but it's like I don't know if I ever will, because it seems like so much effort. And for like programming, I've I've put in a bunch of effort, like over the years, just absorbing knowledge and whatever bullshit like that. And I don't know, but at least it was fun. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I guess so. I'm just thinking. I don't think it might depend on the skill and on the person as well, but I don't think it completely goes away. Like you might be worse, or rusty, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, this is a cringe example, but I'm pretty sure I could not play Rocket League for like multiple years, and I could still get back into it, and like know how to play. Right? It's not like I'll forget everything. Yeah, yeah. But I think the same kind of would apply for programming. Also, that is so ugly. Holy shit. Will I ever fix it? Maybe. I mean, I will, but when is the question. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's oh, I feel like the dramatism, is that even a word? But you being dramatic about that is like it's not just being dramatic. I think it's just not true. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good realization to have. For me, it's definitely the opposite, where it's like whenever I'm like programming, and definitely like especially with this project, I uh I love like building my own little fucking empire with code and just having built everything and everything works just the way I want it to. That kind of stuff, that's my fucking thing. Like, yes, I love it. Also, I managed to. It's quite hard to place a block on the corner of another block, but I somehow managed to fucking do it. Awesome. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know if I know you've done programming. I don't know if I know really about other art stuff you've done though. Do you have any examples in your mind that you could share? The fucking Z fighting on this is making me insane. Oh my god. That shit's so annoying. But too thick floor. Anyway. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. How far did you get with the music stuff? Partially curious because I'm also planning on doing some music. Because for textures, like I can get away with making shitty textures or maybe at some point paying someone to make textures, but music I feel like is another thing where it's like if I find someone who's like really good to work with, then I could have like another person as the composer. But I don't know. I also like the idea of tweaking the music to be exactly what I want it to be. I like spending a lot of time on it and not having to worry about like giving someone be like, yo, don't make this a bit different. But I guess for that also, it's like if someone's good, then you don't even have to tell them like tweak the shit over and over again because they'll just make it better than you expected it to ever be. But yeah. Hmm. I'll look at the console real fast. Dude, what am I doing? Help. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. I feel like that's gonna be me for this project. But wait, what kind of resources did you use for learning? Like, did you have someone teaching you, or did you just find like good tutorials or something like that? Asking for a friend whose name is Neuropathy. Okay. I gotta tweak the movement a bit. Like sometimes, if I like want to walk off this edge onto this block, like if I do it slightly incorrectly, then the player character just fucking yeets off the edge, and it's very like unintuitive when it does that. The same thing for like jumping to the side. Sometimes you just yeet yourself. I have to like tweak it so it actually reflects the player intent. But also like if you jump like this and then you stop holding, then you would expect to keep going. But if you walk off an edge, then it's not the same. Not the same. Okay, okay. Uh, mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and I feel like if you do that, then you also learn like what works and what doesn't, you know? So at first the process will be inefficient, but then you'll discover what works, yada yada yada, and then eventually you'll get faster at placing the correct notes. I feel like that makes sense. I immediately start thinking like, would that apply for programming? But I guess in a way it does. But not as well. Like you can hmm Anyway. I feel like I do have to make this wall more interesting. It's pretty boring if it's just a flat surface. I don't know if that's enough. No. Might need to make some tools so I can make adding detail like this easier. So I love putting down like slabs in locations just to make things a little bit different. So it doesn't always align with the blocks. Should I just do slabs everywhere? I'm like thinking it could be like a design detail thing where like decoration has slabs in it and gameplay stuff doesn't, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything like that. I'll just have this be like this. This is too small to stand in. Yep. No. I think that's good. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Yeah, because with coding, I mean, with coding, you can't do it at the character level, you know, or even at the word level. At the concept level, maybe. And, like, you have a problem, and then it's like, oh, let me try this concept slash algorithm, see if it works. Yeah, that's actually interesting. I wonder if, like, I'm now thinking, like, if I ever try to teach someone programming, like, how would I identify that they're trying to do the infinite monkeys trick instead of thinking? And then it's like I would have to like identify that and be like, no, you can't do that. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, there we go. I guess even for this map build, I'm gonna just doing stuff. Just seeing what feels right. I don't know where I'm actually gonna place that light. I just have it there just so I don't have to work in the dark. It'll light up the workplace. But I'm assuming that you're not participating in the Metroidvania month jam. But if you happen to be participating, then I don't know what you're doing for it. Mm. Okay, okay. I'm in this jam mostly just because of the cash prizes, honestly. I wanna get their prize money. I'm not expecting to win, but it's also like if I don't participate and then I see the top entries being like, you know, not good, then it's gonna be like, bro, why didn't I enter? Oh, we'll see what happens. I love the fill tool. It's good. Ooh, I kind of want to have this just be like an open, fully open thing. I was thinking of making this just like a shoot down to have a wall here. I can actually demo this real fast, easily. I was thinking of having something like this, where this is just a... I mean, this isn't bad either. We just go down here. But I kind of want to have this be an open thing, where you can see the whole area. And from here, you could also kind of see up there. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Hmm. Why do you say that it's a bit sad? Like, if you're satisfied with doing that, then, like, that's enough. But if you think it's sad, then it sounds like there's something missing from it. Oh, this is... I love doing this. This is shaping up nicely. Gotta detail the walls at some point, but I think I should focus on the overall shape first, and then add details later. That's what I should be doing. As I could add, like, a dedicated command for, like, extruding things up. So I could just select the slice and then just say, oh, do this upwards X times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, but of course, if you could just know what you want, and what you would be happy with, and you could just go immediately for that, that would obviously be the best thing, right? You would just do the thing. But I don't I think it rarely works out like that. And I don't know. And I don't know. I don't have personal experience of this, but at least I don't think so. But something that I've heard is that, like, the stuff that you've learned, in the other thing. So in your case, like programming, like it doesn't go completely to waste. Like it might come up in unexpected ways and stuff like that. Yada yada, motivational speech. Uh, but yeah, but honestly, it's thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's see, that's something that I've been thinking about. Uh, so right now I'm still in school, right? And like some people are like, oh, you should, are you gonna get a job in programming, and stuff like that. And I don't know, dude. It's like I love doing this shit, but I love doing it because it's this, right? Like if I was doing some web dev, JavaScript framework stuff, I would not be loving it, right? I might be able to do it, but and I would say I would rather be cleaning the floor than doing the latest JavaScript framework, right? I genuinely think that. Like doing the JavaScript framework, I look at it and it's like this is the wrong way to program, in my opinion. I don't think this is good. And that like actively makes me not want to do it. Whereas cleaning the floor, that's like good value. Like the floor has to be cleaned. So I might end up getting a quote unquote shitty job, like you're describing. I don't know what you would classify as a shitty job. But yeah, it's like the JavaScript doesn't deserve me. Ay, ay. But if we get to like, like I don't know, like being in like disgusting sewers and cleaning those versus coding JavaScript, but then I might choose the JavaScript. But it's like the bar is pretty low. Oh, but if I get to work on something like really exciting, then yeah, sure. I'll do that. How do I feel about this layout? I think the roof just has to get smaller as I enter the space. So if we go like from here to there, I'm gonna just block this out. Save every now and then. Something like that. Sure, let's try it. I did one too many, I think. There we go. This is how I can fill these. There we go. See, this area shouldn't have light. Oh, but it's because I used the fill tool, I think. Yeah. Yep. This is the fill tool doesn't update lights. Okay, that might be the whole problem that I had earlier, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna fill this in. Maybe I have the light in a place that makes sense. This light's lighting up that whole entire thing. Hold on. It is not. Okay, so that... Okay, that's giving up light. I made the light so fucking strong, but that's fine. I don't have to place a lot of them down. There you go. And the spam bots on Twitch are crazy. How would I say? I feel like that's a thing that's easy to say when things work out. You know, something survivorship bias, right? Like there's a... Like, for example, in America, there's like a lot of homeless people who are not happy. You know, it's not necessarily because of stupid decisions or anything like that. Like you can just be born into that, but it's like you can fuck up. It's basically my point. It's completely possible, and I think it's a mistake to just be like, oh, just do whatever and you'll be fine. Like it's possible to actually fuck up and like be miserable, even if you don't like lose everything. Well, definitely a possibility. But like just trying stuff out is not bad. You know, like trying programming, for example, that's not a stupid decision at all. Like you're just, you know, developing a skill and whatever. Like that's good. Now trying drawing, that's also good. You know, meeting new people, kind of goaded. Those are generally like very good things to do. But what to say? Like for example, I dropped out of Lugio, so basically the Finnish equivalent of high school, because of like depression and whatever. Uh, but I can say there were like some points where well, especially like with how everything started going bad, it was just a personal mistake. Uh, I just basically just stopped trying at school, right? For basically no reason. Like the stupidest shit ever. You know, if I just continued trying, then I would have probably just completed school with like decent grades, and I don't know where I would be now, right? But that's also like one of the worst. Well, not the worst thing to think about. The worst things are like, oh, the world's gonna end because of nuclear warfare type shit. That just fucks you up. But thinking about stuff like that also is like really like it doesn't give you anything. It's not good, or at least for me, like it doesn't give me anything. Of being like, you know, fantasy world building in my head is where it's like, oh, if bad things didn't happen, where would we now? You know, like sure, like I would be maybe at a better place. Well, thinking about that doesn't give me anything, or it doesn't give me anything good. So I just don't do it. Just have to recognize that where I'm right now is pretty good, and I can go from here. I don't like this doorway. That's fine. I'll keep the light there. Hmm. Like everyone needs to find their path. Find their own path. Nothing else makes sense. Hmm. Hmm. I have to think about that, but like immediately, the thing I immediately want to say is the perspective that I have is that the path that you've taken is you, the person, right? Like what we are is just our starting point, our genes, and you know where we were born, our parents, and then after that is the experiences that we have, and that is what we are, right? So, and I think the genes that make you up is kind of arbitrary. I don't really feel like it's a thing worth paying attention to a lot. So, in my mind, we are the path that we've taken in our life, in our lives. So, it's less that there's a path for everyone that they're gonna take, and it's more like, you know, you are the path, and what you are gonna be is the path that you are gonna take. And, you know, for like going back to my example, if I didn't have difficulties with depression and drop out of school and whatever, I would have entirely different experiences. And it's possible that I would be like less emotionally sensitive, for example, and I would like be an asshole because I would think like, oh, I'm smart and whatever, right? Um, Completely possible. Just be I would just grown up to be a different person. So in a way, you know, if I no, like if I didn't have the difficulties back then I would just not be this person that I am right now. It would be a different person. Hey. People stealing shit I say makes me feel like a philosopher. I love it. Thank you for the ego boost. But yeah, but I guess I could also apply the same to you, where it's like, you did programming and you've met certain people, you've interacted with them, and that has obviously affected who you are as a person. And like the programming, like coming up in unexpected ways, it could also just be like, general problem solving, right? Like I feel like programming has a um like like if you do art or like DMing, dungeon mastering or some other activity, I feel like it has less logical problem solving than programming. Like programming is like really dense with that. So it gives you a lot of practice in it. Oh, look at that lighting change. The inside should stay at the exact same light level, but it looks different when I remove this. Okay, I need to like isolate an area of the screen to confirm that it's staying the same color. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna do something scuffed. Uh I can still I need one more window. There we go. Always on top. Those are not always on top. This needs to be always on top. This also needs to be... God damn it, did I close it? No, I didn't. There we go. Always on top. Okay, now I've isolated an area of the screen. Yeah, it stays the same. Okay, good. But only that one little thing changes there. But if I take these away, then it really looks like that the inside section changes shade because the surroundings change. It's the classic optical illusion thing. Holy fuck. But I needed that sanity check just to be sure that my code isn't broken. God damn. You go here as well. This. There we go. Back there. Yeah, I don't know. And also talking about the path thing, it partly makes me feel like it's me coping, but it also feels really true. And it like feels really true, and logically it is true, but it still feels like coping. I guess it could be both. Am I really gonna make this uninteresting? Nah. No, 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 no. We're gonna do something more interesting here. Bunch of blocks. It's gonna be like this. This shape. Yeah. There we go. I I feel like I'm gonna repeat this so many times, but I love this workflow. This displacing blocks. Holy shit. Mm. Hmm. I don't know. What definition of coping are you using? Is this also like I'm more saying it as in like coping as like coping with the loss of a family member or something like that, right? Like it is an actual English word. It's not just a brain rot term. uh, okay, okay, fair enough. Yeah, and I guess I was also actually mixing it up myself. Like it is coping in the like general term, but is it coping in the brain rot term? That's the real question. Yeah, I did the thing. I made it hollow. Yes, exactly what I wanted. And we bust this out. Also, actually, I gotta run something by you, and you have to tell me if I'm like overcooking or if this is good, right? So this is the starting room for the game, right? So save dungeon, and I initially was thinking that I'm gonna have a doorway like this, and it's just like too tall like this. But at least for me, like as a person who's played Minecraft, this is like too familiar, right? And like making the doorway taller like this makes it like more alien. Does this make any sense? Like having the doorway be taller makes it like more alien and maybe more intimidating rather than just being like this, right? Am I onto anything? What do you think? That lighting is very, very dark, right? Okay, okay. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. I'm like half waiting for a punchline, knowing you. Oh, I have the wrong thing. There we go. Oh, cow tooling. I've heard that before. Yeah, I know this. I know this comic about. I think there's gonna be like an article about that. But yeah, yeah, I definitely want to do something like that here. Or I think I'm failing partly. Like this doorway, I need to make this actually the same height, and like the height of this hallway also. I've automatically started making it familiar to myself. Yeah. But I just want this to be unfamiliar, right? Like if someone's not familiar with Minecraft, then it's gonna be all, or they haven't like played it, then it's gonna be unfamiliar anyway. But like I'm just hardwired to make spaces like 3 blocks tall or 2 blocks tall, right? And it's like very comfortable. I need to actually raise the ceiling right now. Uh, let's see. How do I move this in an easy way? Not there. There we go. That's raised by 2 blocks. I love the systems that I've built. I had to fill it in. Let's see what it looks like when everything's raised by 2. Ooh, now this room is actually super tall. Holy shit. And I don't even know why I'm making it, like, uncomfortable. I just decided, yeah, this is like, holy shit. Okay, I'm not sure about this yet, so I'm gonna name this dungeon too. It's like hard to see the fucking top of that. I don't like that it's hard to see. I want it to be clearly visible. I think this height is good. It's clearly visible still. I guess it's not that unfamiliar. Uh yeah, let's just do something crazy. Oh, it doesn't go through yet. This is that's there, and then I'm gonna go up here. Just relight everything. Ooh. Yeah, having no roof. Yeah, that is one thing. But it's I think this is good. Like we start out here in a tall room, we go here, and then this needs more like gradual build up to going higher though. And I can also be inconsistent though. I'll reserve that for myself. Just doing whatever. But congratulations, you're now in a way part of the design. You you being present made me come here and tweak this thing. How far off does this actually need to be? So this goes to 0 light level and oh, it's like the perfect height actually. Because when the light level's 0, you actually can't see anything. Like it's completely dark at that point. But if I had a light here, then you could see the top of this. But it's fully invisible. There's a single tight corridor here. I haven't really decided what to do with this yet, but it's really hard to spot. Like if you just play the game, then you would have to somehow spot that in this corner there are no blocks. Right? I feel like this might be just the gimmick for this area. And the gimmick is just there's no ceiling. That's the gimmick. I gotta raise this as well. I really like the look of this. It's actually like having the previous thing where it's just a roof here versus having this be an open thing. This looks better, at least to my eyes. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So are you saying like if you're trying to make something random, like you put a pattern into it? Or are you saying that if you have something actually random, then you'll find patterns in it? Oh shit. Hello, Rady. Uh, you have the same name color as Eerie. For a moment, I didn't realize that a different person sending messages. And your name length is also so similar. God damn. Damn. I've chosen to keep my color unassigned. I can't see shit. Yeah, I hope you're doing it, Rainy. Yeah, I definitely don't want to have this here. I need to look at air. There we go. I also don't like that this is a smooth wall, but again, I'll detail everything later. I'll do some amount of detailing now, but not a lot. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to go back to the unassigned color, which is why I never changed it. I'm like, damn, if I ever touch that, then it's, you know, that's that. Yeah, but I mean, slowly, right? I am kind of giving myself tools that are similar, but whenever I need a tool, I will implement it. That's the vibe that I'm going with. And for these rotations, I'm eventually gonna make a command that lets me like fill an area with a certain rotation for certain blocks. So I'm gonna have these cobblestones that are just rotated random directions. Or maybe I'm gonna like it. I don't know. Does it does it look like garbage? Right? These are rotated different ways. Or does it bring visual interest? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was, and it's not really random. It's more arbitrary, I guess. I could make it actually random. Yeah, but hello cleared. Hope you are doing good. Yeah, to my eyes, it's like a bug, you know? Let's see, what do I want here? Oh, there's too much light here. What is going on? There we go. This is a relight everything. Yeah, it's I want to start experimenting with like making the ceiling higher and shit like that. These slabs don't belong here. It should be more like jaggedy jagged. That's a bit better. I don't know where I'm gonna place that light yet, but we'll see, we'll see. Well, they are not exactly the same. They are like mirrored, right? I'm actually really proud of this cobblestone texture though, because actually everything you see here is made by me? Question mark? Let me think about that. Well, I didn't make Linux the operating system, nor the windowing system, nor the code that interacts with the windowing system. You know, nor did I make Rust. But the things that you would expect to be made by me are made by me, I guess. Like all the textures and all the gameplay code and whatever. So true, so true. You expect me to make the streaming software myself? So true. I did do that. We just have to redefine what you means as a word, and then it'll be true. Hmm. So this was like this. Yeah, I think the second version is a lot better. Damn. I don't know how I feel about people bringing up where other people live. I don't want that really happening. In general, you know, not not the good. If people are fine with that info being out there, then I guess. But you know, something cybersecurity. Not really cybersecurity. It's more like online security. Let me see. I really want to make the extrude tool now. I think I'll do it now. Extrude tool. Here we go. Like extrude command, more like. I already have move. Wait, do I have clone? I do have clone. But I want to repeat this a certain number of times. Okay. But something first is going on. you don't see the auto completion thing here because the word completion thing is appearing on my third monitor for some reason. If I resize this, does it fix it? It does not. Okay, sure. The word completion is just on my third monitor for some reason. Anyway, that's awesome. Yeah, so this is gonna give us an option if there's a valid amount or not. I don't really distinguish between the argument being invalid or the argument missing. I don't really care about that though. Let me see. I guess I'll just unwrap or default. Oh, this needs to be an I-32. And then how does this air out? What do I air out? There we go. Do this instant roleplay. Goddamn. The Jew Junior. Let's see. I keep thinking, why do I not have autocomplete, but it's on my third monitor for some reason. God damn. Okay. I have this. This is gonna be plus movement times I. Actually, I can just do that. That's easy. And then I just do this question mark. Okay. Okay, for some reason now the word completion is at the bottom of my main monitor. That's awesome. This is valid Rust. Let's go. Can I do this? I can. They can have an immutable variable called blocks iter, and then I can override, like I can shadow that variable here and make it mutable and clone the previous iter thing. That's fucking awesome. Wait, where am I typing? What? Did I just break the terminal? I did. I don't know. I can type again. Very cool. Okay, nothing changed. Awesome. Okay, technically that should work now. If I place a pattern like this, for example, sure, I'll make it like that. Another offset, do it 1, and then repeat 70 times. And that just works. That's awesome. And it works fast as well. I don't have to fucking wait around for that shit. I should commit that. Yes. God damn. Oh. I never committed this. God damn. Anyway, I just realized I'm hungry. Gugh. Okay. I just realized something that I could do for the fill tool selection. I could make it a color instead of the grass block, and I could make the color be transparent. Yeah, we. Oh! Okay, it'll be really easy. Let's see. Uh, there you go, we have a crosshair. Oh, I never added that. Okay, anyway, that's fine. Repeat amount. Honestly, I've lost the ability to tell if this is still a bit or if we're still gonna real stuff, but I think that's on the side of the bit. God fucking damn it. Okay, okay. Thank you for clarifying. Anyway, let's see. There we go. I love a commit that's just one line of code. That's good. That's good, that's good. Everything's good. I push 5 commits. There's something that I wanted to do. Oh yeah, change the visualization. Okay. I think go to limited rs, reload. There we go. Oh. Dude, what? Okay. What is the use case for Dependabot? Like, sell this to me. Like, why should I have Dependabot on any project that I work on? I never understood it. Why do people? What is the intended use case? Why do people use it? I'm gonna make this mischievously similar to the sky color, maybe. Okay, I should make it intentionally different. I think that's a good color. Oh, 0 on red. I guess I did that. Anyway, actually, it's pretty precise, isn't it? It's 0, 169. Dude, how did I land on this? God damn. Oh, that's a good color as well. That's the crazy part. Aren't these supposed to be floats? Damn. Yeah, I think GitHub is not gonna run out of storage in a while. They've got some crazy amount of space. Something Microsoft. I mean, maybe their AI models and the training data will finally start filling everything up. I mean, the training data is just the code they have on GitHub, but, you know, I don't know. Let's make this a trigger. So it's actually transparent. Oh yeah, I was thinking that this could be, like the color itself could be transparent, but we'll see. I saved this, right? Yes. Would be solid color and not color. I'm too curious to not click on that. Oh, wait, it just brings you to GitHub. But you need JavaScript. Why do you need JavaScript for a redirect? Bro. Without JavaScript, that doesn't redirect you. I require... what the fuck? Exactly. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like if I go here, like you can just do this. You can just do this. You don't need JavaScript. You don't need it. Let's do this meta thing, and it just redirects. Well, yeah, you don't need even HTML. Like if you just want the website to redirect. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. But you know, if you want to have like a subdomain that redirects, or not subdomain, but if you want to have a page that redirects, then just fucking, you know, do this. But yeah, but if you want to have just a redirect site, then yeah, do the HTTP thing. Yeah. So the fact that it requires JavaScript. Holy shit. That's something else. Yeah. Wait, also, I've made links on my website. Like I'm gonna go over this. Uh, like, if I use the ammo percentage indicator as an example, right? Like you can see the link at the bottom right there. It leads to neuropathy.com/ammo percentage indicator, and then this page will just redirect you to the actual page, right? I know, I know. But the reason that I do this is that if this link ever changes, like the destination of like this page, like let's say mod.io just changes, or DRG no longer uses mod.io, then I can change this one link. Granted, I only have this linked once here, but the idea is that I can just change where this page redirects, and then it will just work. Yeah, surely, right? That's what they always say. That's what they always say. Like if I want to have a project page for this, um, like I might change this so this is an article about the thing instead of just going directly on the page. And then on that article page, I link to the actual page of this. But yeah, I can just link people this, and it's a redirect away. Same for the stream link. Um, I just control the link, and that's like a good thing to have. Yep. Okay. How do we implement the voxel? From RGB. Yeah, let's do that. This is some awful shit right here. Heinous. This should be just color, and then I provide 3 numbers. I've requested access to the beta, but I haven't phone access, I don't think. Alright. We still have Z fighting, but this is no different. If you're on the inside, you can still see it. And it's like... I mean, it's better than the grass, right? Without the Z fighting, this is gonna be good, I think. I was gonna make another pipeline that doesn't have depth testing, and then it's gonna be fine. I don't know if I like this transparency. I gotta get proper transparency working at some point. Anyway. Let me full screen this. Oh, the way this transitions into like a tight space. Maybe I like that. Like this is a whole area, but then we go to the side, and this is not like a whole area. That makes sense. That's good. It's like some coherence here. Ooh, look at that. It's crazy. Oh, this has to exist here. Where's my light? There we go. Let's just have it like that. Nope. That has not been done yet. Kind of like the lighting here. This, okay, I just need to fill this in so I don't see the bright fucking blue. Yeah, this is way better than the grass. And I'm thinking, instead of having a build tool like this, I could make a thing where it's like, if I place a block and then another block, I could now fill the area between the last two blocks that I placed. Right? I feel like that also would be a sensible thing. Because very often I do exactly that. I place two blocks and then I go back to the position tool to do that. And it's like I could cut that part out by just making it so it's the last two blocks that I placed. We'll see. There's a requirement of tradition for the path to pass through the cavern area, like on a bridge. I see what you're saying. Like up here, like there would be a bridge thing. I could maybe make like a hole in the wall. You know, that you wouldn't even be able to see. And later on you have to do this. And it's like, oh, it's the area I was in before. I feel like that's so, like, expected, though. Maybe? Oh, I have a better idea, though. I could just make it so it's just an area that you're in later. And I just used, how would I say it? Let's fix the lighting. Well, I guess it's like this. I'm gonna block this out real fast. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, I'll just. Now the lights are proper. I can't really see the gap here, which is a problem. If I add lights here, then the idea is that you could see up here, like what you're doing, but that from down here you can't tell that this is like an area. Let me put a ceiling on this. Actually make it this tall. You can see slight hints of light. Oh, I mean, you can also see fucking sky from there. I don't like the fact that you can see the small hints of light there. It's not good, not good, not good, not good. Need to move these further away. Oh, this is the one giving it light. This is not good though, because you can't see the gap. Because it's completely dark. I don't really have a way of making it so it's completely dark when you look from down here, but that it would be lit up. And the other way. I'll remove this for now. Need to make a roof here again. There we go. That's good. Ooh, now I'm thinking of another tool. I could have a thing where I click on a block and then I make sure that it's like, let's say I destroy this, then it would fill out this block because it was air, right? So it's like a carving tool, right? That actually would be really, really cool. But I would have to make it so it doesn't fill in the side that I'm standing in. So how would I want that to behave? If I'm standing here and I click this, oh, this is kind of bad. It would have to be a part of a wall or something. If I click this, I want this block to be filled out. It's a part of a corner like this doesn't really make sense though. Let's think here. This is like the faces that I can't see, I guess. Like, these are the faces that I can see. These are exposed to me. I don't want to fill those. I want to fill everything else that I can't see. How do I determine that? Like, what I can see and what I can't. Well, I guess I just get the side that I clicked on. And then I can travel. Hello. Okay, you're broken. Thank you. I need to fix you later. Dude, these notes are a fucking mess. Absolute mess. Anyway, like if I click on the surface, then we know that this shouldn't be filled. And I could just walk around the block. Like, walk here, walk here, walk here, walk here. Okay, those faces are covered. And then I can't walk to the other faces, like nearby. Like, if this area is kind of the boundary, I can't walk there, so I should fill those spaces out. So I can't walk into this position, and I can't walk into this position. Those should be filled out. I feel like that's like a sound way of making the logic. Yeah. I really wish these notes were neat, but I don't want to clean them up. So I'm stuck with whatever I have. Anyway. True. Uh, bu- 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 Because the thought that I had was that I should have a world that's kind of filled out in advance, so I can just carve out stuff. Then I thought, wait, I'm programming this. You know, I can just do shit. And I shouldn't have to have the world be filled out in advance. I can just, like, you know, make a tool for it. And I feel like if anything should have, like, the pickaxe model, it should be that tool. Like a Minecraft pickaxe thing, you know? Like, normally you destroy stuff, and then it's like, you know, you just go through. But that thing, that could be a Minecraft pickaxe. True, except every single player will get the same world. Yeah, I could have a... Ooh, I'm now thinking. I could have a block that has a chance to be there. You know, like just a quantum block. Fancy name for it. Oh, yeah, but just a block that it could be just a percentage chance, and then whenever you load the map, it just rolls a dice. That way, I mean, also I could have some like more sophisticated rules. Also, it's not just that. I could have like a random-ish like decay here if I wanted to, but also no reason to have that. I could just keep my artistic control over the game. Barrel block? Where are you seeing a barrel block? I am not seeing it. Or was it the thing that I was describing is somehow a barrel block? Oh, okay, okay. Fair enough. This area kind of sucks balls right now. Oh, okay. That's the thing. Yeah. Hmm. This floor is just too flat. But it's fine for now. I keep saying that I should get the overall shape and then start, you know, messing with the specifics, but then I start like decorating. I can't help myself. It's dark now. What if I destroy these? Okay, then some light comes in. Gotta remember, the map is gonna have multiple states, right? Like, if you do the skill jump, then this is gonna be closed initially. So this kind of at least doesn't guide the player towards this place, right? So then if you look toward here, then there's the light. Also, what if I don't have light here? Oh, then this is completely dark. What if I unblock this? Where did this light come from? Okay, it was just ghost light from that thing. Very cool, very cool. Where did I place all the lights? Maybe something here? No, then this is too inviting. Okay, there's still ghost light left. I like the amount of lighting that this current... Well, not really. It's a bit too little. Maybe I will cheat and be a fraud. And I'll make another light appear somewhere here after you get the tool. It's completely unrelated to that. Or then I'll be not a fraud and I will have a light. Like, I'll have a room here. It's a small room. I feel like a game designer now. This is not this small. Something like this. Can you guess what's gonna go in here? Place your bets now. What is this room gonna be? No. The location for the... Oh, this is gonna be the tool. Oh, well that... No. It's gonna be simpler. It's gonna be just destructible blocks, and behind them is light. Right? So currently, the lighting here is very dark, and you can't really even see here. But if you destroy this, then you can see! Wow! Light! It's like dynamic for the game. Also, blocking off light that doesn't work in the correct way. That's very sad. What did I save it as? Yeah, it's gonna be this dark normally. Do this. Now you can see. I love that. And it's also like, it completely ties into the game mechanics, right? True, I'm spoiling it in the way that I'm telling you what the game is gonna be like. Spoiling the game. Smile. Why does this happen? I gotta fix the light propagation. Well, anyway. What I could do with the light propagation now is I could just make it relight the entire fucking world every single time you place a light. Or place the block. I think it's fast enough for that, but I shouldn't do that. Uh, I'll make these walls, and then I'll make the carving tool. I really like this approach, though. It doesn't require me to do anything extra. I can place something small here, maybe, so it's not just the light. Or maybe I'll just make it just the light. Well, that's also a gameplay mechanic, where it's like, there's like things blocking off light, and then you just destroy those things just so you get light. It doesn't have to be even a room. It can just be a thing. I love that. Also, thank you. Now I will get this area. Let's 7 up, I guess. That's a good amount. Good healthy amount. Oh, is this gonna override this light? Perhaps. It is, because air is a block. That also gets cloned. True. So true. So based. Well, these are going to detail. A bit of manual clickering here. But not too much. Oh. Oh, this I can just... Let's do that. This wall still needs to exist. And there needs to be a roof. Yeah. I can't be mega lazy, but I can be this lazy. There we go. Difficulties in typing. That's great. Now there's a roof. And it's alright. Oh, I destroyed that. That's fine. Fix that up. And that's an area. Aha. There's a slice missing from my level. There we go. And you come here, you get the thing. It's not really the most interesting thing right now. I gotta add some jumps here. But you're gonna get that. The act of unlocking the light will make you see this. Then you go here. Oh, we can't see anything. I need to add a Fulbright hotkey. Oh, this is really dark. Holy shit. Okay, I'm curious now. If I unblock this light, and then I destroy this, barely any light comes here. Okay. Fair enough. Would it be too much to have light there? Maybe. Uh, that's decent. You know, and I didn't spend that long on this map design. You know, placing everything down. Granted, it's not finished. But I need to implement this tool, and it's starting to look pretty good. And if we look at the amount of time remaining, it's 16 days remaining. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. And Laura, what the fuck are the, like? I'm probably gonna make another like texture or something for them, where they're like gonna look more like lanterns or something. That's what I'm thinking. Or, you know, some crystals or whatever bullshit. I don't know yet. Something like that. Wait, the map design itself is not gonna take that long. I have some cool shit that I've been putting off though. There's a deadline coming up for that as well. And I'm thinking it's gonna eat up some amount of my time and energy. It's gonna be fun. We'll see. I think I'll at least want to finish this area. I can make a version. Okay, my first goal should be making a version where this is the finish of the game, right? Like you destroy these, and you know, like going here, it's like credits roll basically. So just implement the block destruction, finalize everything, bada bing, bada boom, right? Obviously, I want more, but having that is way more than having nothing, right? So I gotta prioritize having something over having the perfect thing. But I'm gonna probably make the carp tool now, because that sounds like a fun thing. Oh, oh, it's an item. Okay, not a tool. Let's see. What do I want? Carp tool. And now I need to... Actually, let's first go in the game and make a visual thing for this. There we go. I really need the Fulbright hotkey. I think this is positive direction, but I can confirm this. Okay, this is positive. Positive. Metroidvania month is a 30-day game jam, and you're supposed to make a Metroidvania game. And there's a theme as well. Oh shit, I completely fucking forgot about the theme. But it was like minimalist, right? But I'm making a voxel game and my textures are pixelated, so you know, it it kind of fits the theme already, right? So I don't really have to worry too much about this. I feel like I can just make the game and it'll be minimalist just because just because of the visuals. I don't know how it like make it more minimalistic, I guess. We'll see though. Okay, that is 000. Good to know. One, two, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I could have done something. I like reference this. Okay, kind of a. We don't really have a middle block, but I can do this. Look at that. He's just filling blocks all willy-nilly, really fast. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great success. Let's make it so I will get you know, copyright notice from Bell Microsoft. That shit looks bad. Still bad. It's alright. That's even worse. That is... Okay. Have you considered making shit that doesn't suck? Maybe. If I block the other half off, I think this is more what I'm going for. I mean, there are the shortest jam that I know of is Try Jam, which is 3 hours. But it's like over the course of a weekend, and you are supposed to track the time yourself. There isn't really like any enforcement. Like it would be trivial to cheat. But it's also like, why would you cheat? This is Carve Tool. Well, no, but I mean, Try Jam doesn't have prizes. So it's like, you know, yeah, but if there's no prizes, then like, what's the point? And even if someone does cheat, it's like, great, they cheated and won. Well, I guess they could like continuously cheat. But it's like, bro, it's a bit cringe. Copy pasting code. Lovely. That's that. 3205. I'm just gonna add a general case for now, just so I can run the game. Oh, I have no way of getting the item. I need to add a command for it. There we go. Now we can actually have the item exist. Look at that, it's like a little pickaxe on the hotbar. That's crazy. I could have colors for it, I guess, if I wanted to, instead of it being all white. But I'll keep it white for now. Oh, but I just realized I could make a nub for this. Like, I'll show you. Actually, I'll select the whole thing at once. What am I doing? Actually, I'm not even restrained to this. Okay, this looks worse, by the way. This is... Maybe if it had a different color, it would look good. I can do this right. And this... Oh, okay, let's just test this, right? Yeah, it does work. That's funny. Oh, I don't know why that's so funny to me. Wait, hold on, hold on. Okay, let's first fix that. Um, well, I just got a mischievous idea. Okay, so let's say instead of this, I'm in the console. I just used the dungeon map as the model. It's there. That's the dungeon map. Oh my god. Like so scuffed. Sure, I can do that. And the FPS went to 60 because I'm remeshing the all of the items every single frame. I know, not good. I should cache the results, but exactly. It's the entire world and just oh that's the item. Smile. That's funny though. A funny consequence of how I'm doing things. So true. Where did I add the little match statement, like catch all? Here. 3, 2, no, 3, 4, 2, 4. There we go. Okay, so do we care about which button we're clicking. Okay, so if I left click, I expected the carve. If I right click, what am I expecting? Nothing really. It should just do nothing. And if we don't have any ray hit, then we also should do nothing. Okay, let's fill out those conditions first. Item, click right, then anything, we do nothing. I'll just duplicate this line. And we don't care about the click if we don't have array hit. And this should now write to me about some patterns not being covered. Okay. Oh, middle click. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's good. Right clicking and middle clicking is now completely covered. And any click when you're not looking at a block is covered. Now I just have to cover the last case. Then we have some ray hit. And what do we do with this? Okay. Let's first just destroy the block. That's the first step. Dude, I need to... A rare instance of me putting on music. You're not gonna hear it. Oh, audio copyright struck. But it's Maple Tree Way loop. Okay, there we go. It's fucking goated as fuck. And the best thing about this loops perfectly, and you can't... Okay, I am not putting this music on just because of the copyright, but once this fucking playhead goes to the very end, and it loops over back to the start, there's no stutter at all. You know, there's no gap in the music playback. Completely fucking smooth. I love that. I can just have Maple Tree Way in the background. And it just works. It's great. I love it. Okay, where am I? Oh, we're here. Okay. It appears that I just scrolled to a random location in the code. I would probably not get struck if I shared a YouTube link. Ooh, I can also show you something cool that I made. Hold on, let me... Yep, that's the one. There you go. I'll paste it in chat as well. But I love this. It's oh, I can show you the entire project. But so many times I've been like, dude, I want to get this link onto my phone, and it's like, how do I do that? And I can like put it into a file and sync thing and open the file on my phone, but I can just put up a QR code on the screen. You know, it's like way easier. Is there? Hold on, I mistyped that. What I have to do. Oh, okay, shit, that already exists. Nice meme. Hold on. Looks a bit different, but it's maybe a bit better. It has more contrast. I didn't know this exists. Thank you. Anyway, the thing I made, very very many lines of code. This is like JavaScript land coding where you just import something and then you use it. So true. Damn though. Well, now good to know. I can just forget about quick QR and just use that command. Except if I move on to a system without that command, then I'm gonna need the thing I made. That's crazy. Yeah, but what if there's no app? What if it's like BSD or something? I don't know. Some people run that. Also, I can remove this light. Install. I'm not saying that as if it's not a thing that would work. I just don't know. But that sounds funny, right? I too am in this episode. That's great. I love that meme. Let me see. Okay, I don't want to immediately set this. I first need to see if I can access those different blocks. Okay, let's run the game and think about this. Oh, good news is that I can already use this, right? To remove singular blocks, but it doesn't do the thing that it's supposed to. Smile. Yeah. Okay. So if I have a block, I click on it. If that's not visible, yeah. All I want to know if that block is visible, but I also need to know if it's visible from the face that I'm clicking. That's the thing I really want to know. Yep. But if I have a situation like this, I do want that to be filled in. I think it's for these phases, it's as simple as just looking at this block. If this block exists here, then we need to fill this in. Same for here. Same for all of those sides. Right? You just look at this block. If it exists, then we fill it in. And that's the sole condition. We're using bunny Q emotes. Oh, eerie emotes. God damn. You got me mixed up. Anyway, for those, the condition is pretty simple. And then for the opposite phase, what the fuck do we do? If I click here, I don't want this to be filled. Nice, good bit, I would say. I guess now I would want it to be filled. Also, in this case, no. In this case, yes. This case is a bit questionable. I guess I just want to look at... Okay. For this situation, I look at a few more blocks. I see if these are filled in, or if these blocks are filled in. So for each position, like if either one of these two, and either one of these two, and either one of these two, and either one of these two, then I fill this block in. I think that's the condition for that. So I have everything. The one funny thing is that these conditions kind of overlap. Where if I destroy this here with the tool, then it's going to fill these in. And then the fact that those are filled in should make it so this also fills in. If I don't have this here, then it's not going to do that. But if I have this here, then it's going to fill that in. I guess I just have to consider the order of the operations. Okay. I don't know if anyone called any of that, but that's fine. You don't have to. I know everything that I need to know. And I can loop this. I need the offsets based on the normal. Oh. There's 3 types of offset. I can be clicking a Y face, an X face, or a Z face. Sometimes I do wonder what it's like to listen to me just babble on about these things. If you don't have the context, or if you don't really pay attention, I have no idea what it's like. It's interesting to think about for me. So I really want to make this pickaxe sprite a bit taller. But it's like downwards. Right. I can just do that later. Anyway. Okay, so we click on this. You need to test this block only, because we're thinking about filling this. Oh, okay. So I take the normal. I come here. Here I take this normal. I need the like 90-degree. I think the normal of the normal. Mm, mm, mm. I'm gonna get rid of that message. I hope you understand. Too far, too far. True. Okay. I'm I'm moving slower now. I'm coding slower now than I was before. But then I started saying I'm moving slower now, and then my brain went into fucking anime. Fucking hell. My movements have slowed down. Anyway. Hmm. Match. What do you complain about? Okay, do you want it normal maybe? Oh, surface normal, okay. Okay. Let's see. Bu- 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 Can I even do this? I'm gonna need a comma there. If any calls are not allowed in patterns. Wee. I'll do this with if statements. Fuck it. Technically, only one of these is gonna be true. So I can just do this. That. And what else? Pepper some asserts here. And then we are gonna make the parallel direction. Okay, so if we have that, well, I guess we're gonna have two parallel directions. God damn, why am I like this? So we're gonna need an X and a Y. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna call it parallel axes. That's fine. And we are gonna say axis Y, axis Z. X and Z. And then for this, X and Y. X, Y, X, Z, Y, Z. Oh, I wanna have this be consistent. If it's stream appropriate woman, then, you know, decided by Twitch, right? You can share with the class if you want to. Let's see. We have that. Alright. I need to log in and finish this thing. Oh, I closed the game. That makes sense. It makes sense that I would close it, but that sucks. I have to like visualize this in my head. I'm not gonna do that. I'll open up a backup of the project. Okay, do I fucking... There we go. This is the latest backup. Gosh. Oh, I can just run it like this. There we go. Old version of the map. That's all good. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I feel like even if you don't know how to draw really, you can still make it NSFW very easily, you know? Like I could scribble something in SFW. Not that it would be good, but it would not be stream appropriate. You know? Not complicated to achieve. Okay, so we have this. I know what you're saying, but you're like, how would I say this? If I drew a certain windmill symbol, for example, associated with the time in Germany, then that would be technically on the direction of NSFW, right? It's like it can be symbolic, and you could make that like sexual NSFW very easily, right? I get what you're saying, and I agree, but it doesn't take a lot of skill to make it. Yeah, I'm literally just saying like what Twitch would ban you for, right? Like you could be practicing, it could be really bad, and it could also be not appropriate for stream, right? Like it being an SFW doesn't make it less skillful or anything, but also it being not quality doesn't make it any less an SFW, right? Anyway, yeah, this is unrelated. NSFW and the quality of the art, unrelated. That's what we learned today. Also, I have no crosshair in this backup version. God damn it. Anyway, uh, so we have this block here. It means that we go along the normal one block. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Actually, hit voxel position. That means. That means. That means. Oh, but the hit position is in the lock. That's how I'm handling it. Alright? Oh my god, I have the outdated fucking divide by 8 here again. I think this is enough for me to notice this. Fuck. Anyway, that aside. Hmm. Anyway, interesting chat. Ooh. Chains, Apple, and the anime girl. Ooh, that's a. That's a I. This is like a good way to try to figure out things about my personality. Personality, I feel like. You're seeing what I'm gonna pick. I'm honestly curious about the chains. I'm gonna pick that. I regret not picking Anime Girl, but I feel like the chains has more artistic integrity, so that's what I want to see. And I can visualize an apple. Dude, for some reason, when I start visualizing an apple, it's like I've imagined a table, like a wooden table with 4 legs. So not like this. Imagine this is wood. Here's the table, and there's an apple, and then the camera fucking just zooms out like this, right? I don't know why I get that. There's like instantly like extra context. I can keep it still if I want to, but it's like, yeah, it's crazy, dude. And sometimes I'm just like minding my own business during my day, and then I start thinking about code, and um, I just start seeing the shit like very clearly in my head, and then I like snap out of it. I'm like, holy shit, I was just like doing that. It's very hard to do intentionally, but it just happens. Okay, okay. Is this something that I can show on stream or keep it in DMs? There we go. Oh fuck, I did the classic blunder of asking an A or B question. Okay, so I assume you mean that you are fine with it being shown on stream. Yeah, exactly. I need to stop asking A or B questions. It's yeah, okay, you're fine with it being shown on stream. That is what I asked. And you said yes. Okay. There you go. It's too late to go back now. But yeah, this is the thing. This is what Erie has drawn. And holy shit, I can zoom in so far. What the fuck? Anyway, I assume this is like a thing you were planning to draw on top of this. But yeah, very nice. Well, cleared. You could ask for the anime girl and then keep it all to yourself, right? If Iri chooses to share with you. Okay, okay, fair enough. Eh, hmm. I was thinking about that phrase. I feel it's more about having the ability to do it for yourself rather than AI not being able to do it. It's like if you do it yourself, you have more control over it. That's like one thing. But yeah. Anyway, we go along with the normal. We have honestly, I should be getting the hit block position somewhere like outside of here, or even put it into the fucking ray hit struct itself. Yeah, I should just do this. And honestly, I kind of don't need this. This is kind of unnecessary, but you know, it's whatever. Where do I have the latest thing that I was making? There's the wall of fixed me's, and it's below this. Anyone who uses AI would enjoy the drawing presentations more if they spent time learning it. I don't know. I I don't feel comfortable making like very generalized statements like that myself. What the fuck? I've been typing nonsense. Like the problems with AI is the ethical stuff first of all, like the training data. Uh, and then corporations just wanting to be more efficient and screw over people even more with it. Like those are the two main kind of concerns. But yeah, I don't know. I've also seen like uh wait, what do you mean? The scroll bar? Okay, 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 okay. I see what you're talking about. That's arbitrary placement, honestly. But I like that you gave it meaning. Anyway, nice. What was I saying? Yeah, I've seen some people like talk about like using Claude, for example, and it like working for them, and I'm like, fair enough, fair enough. But I don't know. At least I personally enjoy my current workflow, and yeah, very nice. So I did it this way. Let's see. Uh, Voxels. Voxel. World Boss, the Block Boss, and local Voxel Boss. It's a mouthful, but it's the function name. Oh. Oh, you need to be Moroed. There we go. That's good. And now... Damn. Cleared. What would you rate the anime girl out of 10? Like, artistic, you know. Oh, well, you can rate it however you want. Oh, oh shit. I thought you sent it to cleared. I'm dumb. I thought the whole lore was that you're sending it to cleared and then cleared can share it. Anyway, holy shit. This is also like mega resolution. It's awesome. I mean, Twitch whispers exist, you know? Right? You could figure it out. We live in the age of the internet. Yeah. Wow. .jpg. I don't know why. Okay, honestly, my eyes immediately darted to the clock, and you know, there being something wonky about it. But uh, I'm like ignoring everything else of the picture, basically. Like the face is good, it works, and proportions and everything works. It's good. Clock and hand maybe a bit wonky, but that's like overall very nice, very nice. I would say. So what's the story of the background? I'm curious. Okay, yeah, it just is. That's fair. Right. Uh, let's go back here. Let's actually do this. Let's just set the block to be something else so I know that this is working. Nah, don't be so off. And also, be sure to archive some of your old art. I would say it's the type of stuff that you might regret not having later on. Oh, it replaces the same position for some reason. Why do you do that? Is the hit position actually the Like that. Hello? Oh no, I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb. I'm not using the test position. There we go. Silly of me. So if you have an idea for a alternative name for the carve tool, then let me know. It's interesting. You can like make this travel now. Yeah, it is getting the correct position. So if I look on a block, then this is the position that we are looking at. Then we should look at this, and this. I should make these be in a slice. That's fair. I could do the same meme for these streams and just take down the video archive on YouTube, and I still have my local archive, and then put it behind a paywall or some shit like that. Like when I release the game, it's like, oh, do you want to see how this was made? Do you want to see the dry ass streams that are really boring? Here you go. This is the behind the scenes story. So true. Piece together the source code from the streams. So true, so based. Damn, the only reason that I instantly spotted that you're on a different account is that Twitch shows me the first time chat thing. Yep. Anyway, I don't want to be a killjoy, but don't artificially boost the viewer count, Smile. Let's see. 4 axis and parallel axis. And for I in, and then we do -1 and 1. If it has a stream playing, then probably not. I would guess so. Hopefully so. And this is not a thing that I would enforce anyway, unless it's like ridiculous. I'm just saying, like, as a general rule of thumb for things you should do and shouldn't do, boosting the viewer count is among the things that I don't want to happen. If it's just a side effect of some other meme you're doing, sure. Sure. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What's the YouTube link this time? Interesting. Okay, okay. People make games. Base channel. I'll put that on my list. Anyway. Let me put the music back on for myself. I paused it because I was focusing on something a while ago, but the music started playing in my head again. So I need it playing for real. Also, I actually need to pause it again. Dude, it's so crazy. Imagine the world that we live in where it's like, oh, I like people watching my stream. I'm playing some music. Oh, I don't like, show you what the music is. I can't because of copyright law. It's like, what the fuck? How did we get here? It's so absurd. It's a fucking joke. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, it's still technically illegal, which is the thing that I'm mad about. Okay, now we're testing these positions, and that's good. Alright, now that I'm thinking about this, if I have a wall here and I destroy this block, then technically the only thing I care about is this. I don't need to fill these out. But if I don't have that there, then I do want this to appear. Okay. There's a bit more to this than I thought. Oh, what am I? Okay, I'm tripping. Yeah, okay, okay. It's all good, it's all good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so. But I think, uh, like, a lot of countries subscribe to, you know, intellectual property as defined by the United States. Finland being one of those countries, and I live in Finland, so that's kind of GG. I guess this is about caring about these. Okay, that's good. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, okay. That's an interesting plan. Very meta. I like that. And yeah, and that's the thing you only get to do once. That is, that's very artistic of you. 10 out of 10 for the idea. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Sometimes for fun, you can then draw her corpse. Anyway, struck. Yeah, we don't remember the block that we looked at, but that's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's fun in a way to make an OZ that's very strong. I understand the appeal, but I also understand not wanting to do that. Okay, anyway. We don't want to do this. Oh, we do want to do that, but we want to do it later. Oh, I can just do... I don't have to do this now. I just do... Ray hit or hit block pause. Bit of a mouthful to write every time. You know, game state voxels don't get blocked, but whatever. Yeah, that works. It's good. Well, here's the thing. Does Wikipedia have to die? Right? I'm like thinking Wikipedia as like a idea, as organization, could live on for very long. You know? Like, it just... You just collect the information, and there's like a few guiding, like, rules for it. Right? But it's not really a character, but still. Right? It's made up of interchangeable parts, which are humans. Okay. We don't do test position, we do this. And then we do the hit block. Hello, YNOC4. Winoka? I don't know how I'm supposed to, Metroidvania for money. So true. No, it's, I'm participating in the Metroidvania month. Hold on, I need to pause the music for my shelf so I have brain power to think. Anyway, this thing. Alright, I'll just call you C4 then, because that's the easiest thing. But this is the thing that I have so far. Just looking out something. That jump, you're supposed to actually fail it. You know, the first time you play. Go down here. This is going to be more fleshed out. And in place of this ominous red cube, there will be an item that you get. And then you can destroy some blocks. And the destructibles, the logs are a placeholder for that right now. So you can destroy these. And you destroy these, there's more light coming in here, and then you see this, and then you go through. I need to put more light into this room. And it's like a, you know, the Metroidvania game loop is kind of fleshing out. But yeah. And as for what I've done previously, actually the easiest thing that I can do is open up a backup. I think this might use ray tracing. Let me see. Yes. This is the old version. But it's still fine. So I've been making this little parkour game. So this is actually really old. Holy shit. I don't even have the speed display here. Hold on. Maybe I show the current version, but without lights. Well, I mean, you can also see this preview video. Yes, 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 yes. Exactly. But like, I for a long time, the wall affects me. For a long time, I wanted to have a game dev toolkit that's basically just Minecraft, but I've made it myself, so I control everything in it. And I'm approaching the state of having that, right? And that's lovely. I need to go into the save load code here, and instead of having a light queue here, okay, I'm gonna just say light queue new, I guess, or what do we do here? I just want to disable all lights everywhere. Oh, I know now. Okay. There you go. Can I do this? Is this legal? What's the game say? Voxels? Okay, I can. Then and I can copy this from somewhere else. A second, it's gonna be git visual representation. So I need to do that. Need to copy this. There we go. There we go. How far forward have I thought about items? Well. What do you mean by that? Like items that I'm gonna be using in the game? Like, you know, pickups and stuff like that? Right now I only really have plans for the one pickup, for like, destroying blocks. I don't really have I mean, I might have something like a wall run or like a double jump or something like that. But I'm gonna have one or two more. Because the plan is that I have this area, like you go here, you get the item from there, then you come back here, you can loop around, go here, and then open up this area, and this would be, the next place, and then you do the similar loop. This is gonna be a gate that you discover, and then you go get the key, go to the gate, and maybe another area. And the keys are always just mechanics, right, that you get. And, maybe I'll have something in the start area where there's like a gate here, and you need to come back all the way, to the start. That actually could be something fun. There's something here, and like a later item that you get, you go through here, and then there's like destructible blocks and whatever, and you like use every item that you have. That could be a good meme. But yeah, I have the destruction stuff. I could be boring and just make it that there are multiple types of destructible blocks, but that's maybe a bit too boring, Maybe like a movement mechanic or something. Or I guess even if I have different types of destructibles, it's not really boring if I have like a missile and then a bomb. They would be like different. So, still hashing that out. Anyway, what I wanted to show is that this whole project started out and still kind of is a parkour game where, I have a timer going on. Oh, there's no lighting at all. Yeah, well, what do I expect? I actually made it. Okay, good. And these maps are kind of some missing materials there. Don't worry about that. But yeah, it's like a whole thing. But I saw the metroidvania month, and then I was like, damn, I gotta enter that, right? It's like I can just use this engine that I've already been building for a while, and just do that. Do I have enough speed? Maybe. Okay, I do. I kind of scuffed the transition and bouncing off that thing. Oh, well, I scuffed that. Anyway, you're supposed to jump on this and then you go to the finish line, which is a bit screwed up right now. Yes. I do like parkour. And this is the latest one for the parkour stuff that I worked on. It very much looks like Minecraft parkour. And there's like a whole thing here. There's the launch pad. Go here under the map. And finish line. Fair enough. Yeah, the looping gameplay is basically what I have for the parkour game. Let me comment this out. So we have lights again. But, I'm going to need lights for that game anyway. And having items is not really a bad thing. So, like, working on this is working on the main project as well, except for the map design. But even working on the map design, like, I'm making the tools better for, doing stuff. Huh. Oh. It's very much inspired by Minecraft. Carve. Yeah. I'm currently working on the carve tool, where I want to be able to have a flat wall like this that doesn't have any depth, and then just click, and then have blocks appear behind as if it was filled in, just so I can like have an easier time building. Oh, interesting. It's not supposed to do that. Is it just exactly the reverse of photos? Yes, it is. Okay. There we go. But yeah, and the whole kind of thing is here that I don't use a game engine. Wow, I'm just, using a few libraries in Rust and doing this. And I am live every Saturday at 6 a.m. my time. So you can mark that on your calendar if you want to. That works better now. So I can have a block not be there. And if I click this, only this gets filled. That's good. Now I just have to figure out the block behind, and then everything is gooder. So what's the condition that I thought about for the block behind? Is it just looking at these 4 blocks? I guess so. I guess I'll just do that and then see. They already are here. So this is normal slab, and then I can do... And there we go, there's the vertical slab. It's kind of unintuitive to place down. I don't really have it like fully supported, I guess, but they do exist, and you can place them down. The thing that isn't supported is completing slabs. Like, if I click on a slab, then I just stack another slab on top. I haven't done that yet. But we also have vertical stairs, if that's something you ever wanted. It's they just rotate. It's good. And I have a pole model, and that also rotates every single way. Like 45-degree rotations? I don't think so. Also, there's something that I haven't thought about. I have a door thing that's a bit scuffed. Where's the gap? Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. Having a door be like roll rotated doesn't really work. Unfortunate. I'll need to fix that at some point. Yeah, voxels. Well, this game used to be built out of voxels, but now it's not really. It's yep. I could add a block that's just made up of voxels. Technically, I could do that, but not in the plans currently. Well, hold on. I do have. Well, let me. I do have this. The texture isn't really sampled properly, but we have this fine stair. This is actually a bit cursed. I still need to make the player model a cylinder at some point, so going against stuff like this is a bit smoother. But for stairs, we have the stair connecting, customary for any Minecraft kind of related thing. If you have stairs, you have to make them connect. It's just how it is. they also don't. Hold on, I'm hearing some background noises. I hope you don't hear that. Anyway, but yeah, they also stay in the kind of current configuration. Anyway, yes. All right. Made another loop. But before that, I'm gonna format everything just so it's a bit neater. For like 3, 4, 6, 5. There we go. To be honest, I kind of want to add the block that's just made up of singular voxels, but at the same time, I don't. Ay, ay, ay. Like, the reason that I don't want to is so that the art style stays consistent. For the technical side, it would not really be that hard. Like, if I click on a position, I know where the voxel is, and it's also not hard to make it so, you know, I have a block that's made up of voxels. It's not hard. No, like on the technical side, it's easy. It really is. Oh, it's more about how would I say? Something limitations breed creativity, and I choose to have certain limitations for this. And well, okay. Let me backpedal a bit on it's not that hard. It's not that hard to make, but there's also the implementation cost. Fancy words, implementation cost. It's not that hard to make, but the maintaining can be pain, right? So it's also good to like reduce the amount of features and the amount of code to only what I need, so that I don't run into a situation where the whole project is impossible to work on because, you know, too much stuff. So it's more like a death by 1,000 cuts kind of scenario. Uh, anyway, test position should just be the hit block position in here. Okay. We have that. And now we need every single block to be air, I think. Okay. Fuck, this is a terrible name, but whatever. That if something is air, then we break. And if we get through all of the loops and we are still intact, then we go here and plus ray hit surface normal. Oh, actually, we need to take this away. And I think that will work. Except that I missed a colon. Yep. But there's also plenty of stuff to still do. And, you know, I I still go to school, so it's I don't have infinite time in my day. So if I look at my schedule, I mean, I have this weekend. Then there's next weekend, and yeah, we're starting to run out of time. Actually, when 16 days, so it's gonna be on 19 hours. Okay, so 15 days. 14. So on the 14th, it's gonna end. So I have 2 more weekends. That's oof. Oof, oof, oof. 2 more weekends after this, and then it's done. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna crunch. But I'm like, it's doable, right? It's a doable amount of time. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, when I started, like, I already had kind of all of this when I started. Minus the lights. The lights I added, but also I kind of cannibalized an old project for that. Like, I didn't make the whole engine in this time, right? Um, but game material mates out of the, like this first rule makes it possible for me to participate, right? And technically, the whole engine is game material, so I'm in there. Ay, ay, ay. Well, yeah, we'll see. I'll definitely submit something. Oh, why did that fail? Huh? It almost works. So I only want to replace air, so I need to fix that kind of. Oh, because this is air, but we don't care about this being air. And we don't care because this is not air. Okay, so we need to test both. Yeah. This is not in a month. Yeah. Don't. No. That's not me. I'm not superhuman. This thing. When did I start this? Scroll down the commit log. Okay, 14 months ago. Not that long ago, I would say. But this is not the first stab at this project either. There's an earlier version. I can open that up. Grow takes a while to open for some reason, so I need to test 2 blocks here. I need to test. Hold on. So currently, what I'm testing is for the back block. I'm testing these. But if I have this here, yeah. So we need to also test these. How do I code that? Oh, this is fine the way it is. Our axis, okay. So I need to do. I need to do this minus the normal. I need to do this. And that should be more correct. Let me test this, and then I'll show you the old version. True. 14 months is nothing. Yay, now it works. And I can just carve away. Damn, that actually works pretty well. Can't wait to have a situation where it breaks. That's crazy. And if I go outside, then we're just building a thing like this. That's awesome. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. But I guess, okay. This is like, how complicated do I want this to be, right? Because this is exposed to me as a player, and it is exposed to the click location as well. But do I really want to travel around there? I think it's good enough as it is, right? I'll accept that little bit of inaccuracy to avoid, like, tripling the code amount. It's fine. But there's something else that I do want to do, which is only setting this block if this is air. I need to get block. Thing, block. That. And actually I'll do this. Go. And now, if existing block is air, then we override it. There you go. Format that, and I can test it, and then show the old version, and then commit. And then I will see. And now if I go here, oh, that's, anyway, let me just make a better test case. I have a bunch of lights here. And I start carving here. Where did I place the lights? Oh, there, okay. We still overwrite them. Why? Why do we do it? Why do we do that? Oh, I only do the test for the later thing. Okay, that's why. I had to do it here as well. Dun, 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 dun. Wonderful spaghetti. Yummy. Yum, 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 yum. We go here. We have one light remaining here. I'll test with that. Oh, actually, no, I lied. I'm gonna place more. There we go. Yay! That just undid everything that I fucked up. That's good. Alright, the old version. This build sprint 3. Can I just run it from here? Oh, it actually just works. Let's go. And here we go. This is the third version of the thing that I was trying to make. And funnily enough, I was trying to make it like based on a cave thing back then as well. And I made it. Nice. These textures aren't made by me, they're made by a friend. And these also made by the same friend. I think the stone was them as well. Planks as well. They made some good textures. Yeah, and this is not my favorite map. My favorite map is this. This is the one that I was working on. And I really like this. You go here, bada beam, bada boom, circle around, and you don't suck. And then you can. I'm like not in a gamer pose. Hold on. My hand can't move freely. Maybe now. Still no. Okay, last try. Yeah, anyway, you would get up here, jump on these lights, and then get up here, and then I haven't planned after that. But at some point you would probably, like, jump up here. I'm probably gonna copy this map over at some point. Just, like, rebuild it. Yeah, this is fun. And there's, like, a whole command system. Its whole thing. Oh yeah, and there's input replays as well. It's it was a lot of fun. But there were some issues with this. And it was just having to work with Godot basically. Like Godot is not a bad engine. I like it. But the issue is that I want to do more myself. And the engine kind of got in the way of that. Oh, will he do it? Yes, he will. Let's go. I just needed to be talking. Yeah. So, the moment that I switched off Godot was it was the input replay stuff actually. I was trying to figure out. Hold on, I'm gonna drink water and then continue. I was working on the input replay stuff, and I basically had a discrepancy between like having an object in the Godot like 3D world and having an object in my own physics world. Right? So in my own physics world, I just had integer positions. So everything is deterministic because floats are interesting. And I converted a like when I'm in no clip, the player doesn't exist in like my physics world. And when I disable no clip, I put the player object back into the world, right? And when I start a input replay, I basically I warp the player into the correct position, and then I start replaying the inputs. But I had a discrepancy in like where exactly the player gets placed. And that's because like if I toggle no clip on and off, what the player would do is they would fall through the ground. You know, because of some like rounding errors or whatever. So I made the player go slightly higher whenever you toggle no clip, so that doesn't happen. And that messed with the input replay stuff. So whenever I try to replay an input stream, or like an input recording, it would be slightly desynchronized because the player started a bit higher up than they're supposed to. And when I realized that problem, I was like I realized what the problem is, and I was working on fixing it. And then I just had a moment of like, what the fuck am I doing, right? Like, this is the made up problem because of my own systems. Like, nothing should work like this. I should not be having this problem. And that's when I decided, okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna make my own thing. without an engine. So it was in the moment it was a very like emotions guided decision, right? To do that. It wasn't like, oh, I'm weighing the options and seeing what makes sense and what is the best way. No, I was just sick of my own made up problems because of the way that I interacted with the engine. I was like, fuck this. And I started making something without an engine. And yeah, but I've been liking it. It's been really good. And I really like building everything myself. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's not for a respectable reason in a way. Like I would like myself more if I did it because it made sense. You know? Well, it is what it is. Oh, here we go. But that's that. And there's a earlier version as well. Uh that was supposed to just replicate how do I hello, I'm pressing escape. Oh, this is completely broken. Yelp. Okay, so this version is just completely broken for some reason. What about this? Oh, okay, that's broken as well. Sure. It does exist. There's stuff here. You just can't see it because for some reason everything is broken. What the fuck? That's awesome. Uh oh, it might be because it's in a different version of Godot. Ooh, that's interesting. Anyway, back to here. I wanted to commit. I actually even remembered. What the hell? Anyway, also I should. There we go. And now, no. Oh, okay. So I make one commit where I add the carve tool, not curve tool, carve tool. Carve tool, and then we go to console. We added a thing here for it. Yep. And lib.rs, carve tool here, carve tool there. I need to fix that eventually. And this is that. Oh, C4, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right. I hope you have a good sleep, and I hope work goes well tomorrow for you. Have a good night. Yep, we do this. Pass the hit block position along in right hit. Bit of a think commit, but whatever. We do that. Oh, did I? I didn't. Okay, good. Wait, what? This is okay. Just clear that out. Nice mean. Carve tool, carve tool, carve tool. I'm gonna commit that separately. carve tool, and I think that's everything. I would stash, but I have another stash here. Well, actually, I'm not gonna discard that. Dude, why can't I have a nested stashes? God damn, that would be convenient. And it would totally not get out of hand at any point. No, 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 no. I don't know, and GitHub Desktop you can't. Okay, fair enough. That's pretty based. And I don't have that when I'm using the GUI. Not afraid to admit that. That's good though. Very good progress this stream. Both on the map design side and on the code side. Yeah, but I mean, it's... I just add files and commit. And I do sometimes stash, but I haven't, like, looked into it too much. Now, if I wanted to, like, carve out this wall a bit, I can. Like, if we look here, oh, it's, like, completely thin. Doesn't matter. Why? Oh, I click... What the hell? It crashed. Where? Why did we crash? Okay. Okay. Assertion left equals right failed. Left is -1, right is 0. And... Oh, it's crashing because of a... Okay, that's bait. But... I'm mad at you. Anyway, mad at you in a playful way. Okay, why is the surface normal, not... Oh, we went along on a fucking diagonal. Oh my god. Oh, death. This is like a core issue with how I raycast. At you. That's bait. If you didn't say that as bait, then you Oh, okay. I just have to decide that one axis of the normal is more important than the other, and then that will be fixed. Oh, I'm so glad I have those asserts, though. Anyway. It's time. And last time I checked, Ron was live. Let's see. She is still live. Very good. Goodbye. Hold on, let me... I don't have a thing. Okay, anyway. We're going there. You can see all the links on the screen. Just respect their chat rules. Have a good time there. I'm gonna stick around for a bit. Yep, I'm live every Saturday at 6 a.m. my time. You can go to nearpredator.com/streams/schedule. See you later. Bye bye.